Right. Double honors to the apostles and elders of great mills. Me outside. And shalom to the real sisters out there. So ass out of here. I ain't trying to deal with all that. Alright, so basically I was going over Micah verses 1 to 3 in my phone. So I let it charge for a little bit, get something to eat, and then now I gotta get back on it because I wasn't done. Therefore, that, yeah, man, because they covered fields and take them by violence. Well, they devise iniquity and work evil upon their beds. When the morning is light, they practice it. Why? Because it is in the power of their hands. That's the reason why they do it. Because we can, and they cover fields, take them by violence, and houses, and take them away. So they oppress a man in his house, even the man in his heritage. And that's why, therefore thus say Yahweh Hashem outside, he's going to punish these devils. Behold, against this family do I devise an evil from which ye shall not remove your necks, neither shall you go haughtily, for this time is evil. So, these devils are gonna, these devils, man, they're gonna pay for what they did. I mean, this was first about us, man. This was first about our people. We was that hypocritical nation. Now these devils, now these devils that are that nation. All right, what else? What else I go over? Let me think, cause there's another precept to this. For Wisdom of Solomon, chapter 2. That, and then hold up. Probably gonna wrap up, and I may wrap up after that. We'll see. I don't know if after that or after another one, but I think I'm gonna wrap up after that. Yeah, these devils, dude. Damn, man. Verse 2, for the ungodly said, Wisdom of Solomon, verse 1, actually. For the ungodly said, reasoning with themselves, but not all right. Our life is short and tedious, and in the death of a man there is no remedy, neither there was no man known to have returned from the grave. So what they say, YOLO, basically. You only live once. Reasoning with themselves, but not all right. Hold on. What is it? What is the popular saying of this queendom? Our life is short, right? Really, life is long, though. Verse 2, for we are born at all adventure, and we shall hereafter as though we had never been. We shall be hereafter as though we had never been. For the breath in our nostrils is as smoke, and a little spark in the moving of our heart. Verse 3, which being extinguished, our body will turn into ashes, and our spirit shall vanish as the soft air. That's how they think. That's how these devils be like in their head. That's how these devils be like in their head, reasoning with themselves. Well, no, all right, our life is short and tedious, and in the death of the man there is no remedy. They're like, we're just gonna turn into ashes. Our body gonna turn into ashes, and the spirit shall vanish as the soft air. Well, verse 4, and her name shall be forgotten in time, and no man shall have her works in remembrance, even though they are gonna pass away like their own dung, as a dream, and they're gonna be as a vision as in the night. They are. It's true, and no man. That's true for them, and these devils are gonna be done away with. And no man shall have her works in remembrance, and our life shall pass away as the trace of a cloud, and shall be dispersed as a mist that is driven away with the beams of the sun, and overcome with the heat thereof. No, they're just gonna go poof. Just wait, devils, after you serve us as slaves for 1,000 years. 1,000 years of pure hell. After that, yeah. Well, you're gonna be history. Verse 5, for a time is a very shadow that passeth away, and after her end there is no returning, for it is fast sealed, that no man cometh again. Verse 6, come on therefore, let us enjoy the good things that are present, and let us speedily use the creatures like is in youth. Hey. Verse 7, the creature, that creature, right? That living creature. Fuck, hold on. I'm not good. Fuck. Shit hurt. Affliction. Let us fill ourselves with costly wine, verse 7, and ointments, and let no flower of the spring pass by us. Verse 8, let us crown ourselves with rosebuds before they be withered. Verse 9, let none of us go without as part of our voluptuousness. Let us leave tokens of our joyfulness in every place, for this is our portion, and our law is this. Yeah, devils. You could just picture the Rothschilds being like that, and them Romans back in the days, which they are the same people. Verse 10, let us oppress the poor righteous man. Let us not spare the widow, nor reverence the ancient gray hairs of the aged. Verse 11, as did these devils. Let our strength be the law of justice, for that which is feeble is found to be nothing worth. Hold on. Verse 12, therefore let us wait for the righteous, because he is not for our turn, and he is clean contrary to our doings. He upbraided us with our offending the law, and he objected to our infamy, the transgressions of our education. Miseducation is miseducation that they teach us that you come from monkeys, that being a fag is alright, that Yahushai was the was long-haired so-called white man, Salaki, that Most High Yahweh is the so-called white man, the old fat, bearded, so-called white men, that the angels are have wings, and some are women, and some are babies, and they got halos on their heads, and they're so-called white, of course. Damn devil. That the Israelites, that the Jews are so-called white, that the Egyptians are so-called white, that the Arabs are so-called white, that the Persians are so-called white. Their education, right? The Romans, the Greeks, including the Etruscans, the people before them, and the original people of Greece. But the original people of Greece, the Japhetic people that was there, Javan, on the Minoans, the original people there, and the Etruscans were, they were Japhetic people. They were dark, they're no different complexion than Shem and Ham, but they'll say that they're so-called white. Just anybody and everybody was so-called white except them Africans. And of course, Cushites, Ethiopians. Some Edomites want to say different, but they'll say that the Egyptians and all these people so-called white, that the so-called white man basically invented the greatest things, and Jake only invented some things. And they'll even try to deny that, some of them, that all kinds of abominations, that America's really the land of the free and the home of the grave. I mean, the home of the brave. It is going to be the home of the grave. Place is full of death. And it's more to come. That America's really the shit, And they get to tell everybody else how to run their shit. And it's the best place on earth, it's it's so great here and shit. And so-called white people are not racist, and they don't hate so-called black people no more. That's their education, and that race is determined by your skin color and where your recent ancestors came from. That's their education. Miseducation. Verse 13, and they're offending the law, unrighteous decrees, passing decrees contrary to the law, to oppress our people. Verse 13, he propheted, and that vaccines are good. That's another one, education. That they transgressions of their education. They teach that vaccines are good. They teach that fluoride is good. That GMOs, they are right. But you can go to organic, and organic is, and the label says organic, it's all right. I mean, it's organic. It is what it says. And, Esau's mainstream media is to be trusted. And conspiracies, and if someone says, or even proves that these devils are involved in the conspiracy, that is a conspiracy theory. That's what these devils, that's their education, not to trust in and just trust Esau, Edom. That's the transgressions of their education. And then through college, they have you do these do these rituals to join these frats, join these sororities for the women, and have you become a Greek, become Hellenized. Verse 13, he professeth to have the knowledge of Yahweh, by Hashem Yahushua, and he calls himself the child of the Lord, the child of Yahweh. Verse 14, he was made to reprove our thoughts. Hold on. Verse 15 is painful. Verse 15, he is grievous unto us even to behold, for his life is not like other men's, his ways are of another fashion. And that's us, the men of the Lord, that's particular, and that was what they thought of Yahweh Shai. Verse 16, we are esteemed of him as counterfeits, because they are. He abstaineth from our ways as from filthiness. He pronounces the end of the just to be blessed, and maketh his boast that Yahweh is his father. And it's true. It's true. But they hate it. They're jealous. Hold on. Pain. Yeah. I have congestion too. Let us see if his word be true. Verse 17. And let us prove what shall happen in the end of them. So they're trying, that's they thinking like, oh, we gonna put them through shit. Verse 18. For if the just man be the son of Yahweh, he will help him and deliver him from the hand of his enemies. Verse 19. Let us examine him with despitefulness and torture. Verse 19. Let us examine him with despitefulness and torture, that we may know his meekness and prove his patience. Verse 20, let us condemn him with a shameful death, for by his own saying he shall be respected. Hold on. Hurts. Affliction ain't no joke. Verse 21, and we will be respected. They gonna see. Verse 21, such things did they imagine, but were deceived, for their own wickedness had blinded them. Verse 22, as for the mysteries of Yahweh, they knew them not, neither hoped they for the wages of righteousness, nor discerned a reward for blameless souls. Verse 23, for Yahweh by Shem Yahushai created man to be immortal, and made him to be the image of his own eternity. Verse 24, nevertheless, through the envy of the devil came death into the world, and they that do hold of his side do find it. So my whole point, Salakia. So the whole point to me reading that chapter is this right here. Let her strength be verse 11, let her strength be the law of justice, for that which is feeble is found to be nothing worth. So the law of justice, just us, right? They claim, Jake Jake calls the justice system in Babylon, where other places where Esau rules, the just us system. And it's true. It's just for these devils. For these heathens too, but really for these devils. Really, really, and then, really, and when it comes to these devils, it's really for these elite devils. So really for Esau Edom, the just us system. And these devils are using the law of justice, that because of the power is in their hands. They're using that to round your kids up in Ohio. They're using that to open up those concentration camps in Ohio for your kids. And it's a Republican governor of Ohio Mike DeWine of Babylon. It's him. I thought these Republicans were supposed to be for your rights and shit. You know, y'all gonna learn, man. You are lower level devils, lowercase e's, lower class e's, and you Israelite foreigners, you Israelite foreigners that look like Edomites, so you think you're one of them. But you're going through the same shit as they. But you think because your skin color is the same as them that you're like them. You know, and our people are tribal, so y'all are tribal as hell. Y'all identify with those people, just like an original looking Jake, a so-called black man, identifies or thinks that they're African or Hamites. So you have Pan-Africans, you have Pan-African Jakes, and Issachar, Northern Kingdom. They think that they're part Asian and part. They think that they're part Asian, like part Moabite and shit, and part of Esau and shit. So like they want to identify with both of that. There's some that identify with Esau, and there's light skin Northern Kingdom that think that they're like Esau. They call themselves actually, and some of them may be tares, but they call themselves the Hispanio movement. And then you have darker skinned Ephraimite motherfuckers that they think that they come from. They think that they're related to the Moabites and shit, and so they identify with them. So our people are just. Well, I was going into that, like, our people thinking they're heathens and shit. Because I was going into before how Israelite foreigners out there want to talk about, we support Trump and shit. And they want to be, the Israelite foreigners want to, the ones that look like Esau think they're Esau, just like the original looking Jakes think that they're Ham and fucking Northern Kingdom. But some of them think that they're descendant from those Spanish speaking Edomites, and some of them think that they're descendant from the Moabites, or the so-called Asians, Chinese and Japanese. And so our people are very tribal people, or like and so the same with the Israelite foreigners. You have Israelite foreigners that are tribal and shit. So y'all need to wake the fuck about it. Y'all tribal. You have Israelite foreigners that are tribal, and they think that they're fucking the same as Esau and shit. That they're the same as Esau, and that they don't believe in so-called white privilege or whatever. They think that that's a myth, because they don't realize that it's not about skin color. Skin color don't determine your race. That lineage determine your race. They think that they're Edomites. That's the two-third Israelite foreigners. They believe that shit. But you have Jakes among them that are gonna wake up. Yeah, speckled birds that will wake up from that shit. It's about damn time. Y'all need to wake up from that shit. These Edomites are not your friend. These so-called white people, these Republican politicians, these so-called white Republican politicians, they're not your friends. They don't care about your rights. They don't care about working class so-called white people. They care as much as the Democrats do, which means they don't give a fuck. And you have more in common with the you speckled birds. You have more in common with the so-called black man and these so-called white people that you support, that you think are your friends, but they're just talking shit about you. They look just like they think an original looking Jake is trash. They look at so-called Mexican or Latino as a wetback or a spick, in Gadite Native American as a Indian and shit, as a drunk Indian. That's how they look at them. He's a piece of shit too. Shit that be working them jobs, them hard working jobs, them factories and shit, them factories, them lower wage but harder working jobs. And you fucking, and some of y'all may be managers in restaurants and shit. You managers, but you're not a massa. And you motherfuckers that are out in the country and shit. They work them welding jobs, work them construction jobs. Work them oil rig jobs. Shit, even you Irish that are cops and shit. Y'all are just the so-called white man's hired gunman. Y'all are just his enforcers. Y'all are just overseers. Y'all don't even get the same treatment as these so-called white people that you think is your people and that you support and you love. These devils don't love you. They don't love you. The system ain't here for you. The system is here for Edomites. Actual Edomites by lineage of their father. That's what this system is here for. And to be even more specific, not just Edomites, but Edomites that are at the 1%. Edomite elite families. Even though I couldn't give a fuck less about you lower level devils, because y'all are Edomites too. Y'all are just two-time losers. I'm not talking about y'all. I couldn't give a fuck about y'all for real. This ain't about y'all. Y'all are gonna die in them nukes and then be our slaves in the kingdom. Just like these elite devils. Y'all just, these elite devils are going to get it much worse, but y'all are still going to be slaves. And y'all are Edomites, so y'all are still going to catch hell in the kingdom. But as for you Jakes, you so-called white folks that catch the same curses as so-called blacks and Latinos and Native Americans, and you not just y'all, you Chinese that y'all catch the curses of so-called black man, Latino, and Native. You're not a so-called black man, Latino, and Native, but you catch the same curses, and you've been catching the curses. Like that's been your life. You've been catching the curses. Your dad did. It's been generations of it. Y'all are not Ammonites that are among them too. But I'm calling y'all out, cause y'all are y'all out there supporting Trump. Like, what the fuck? Y'all out there, y'all out there supporting these devils when America wasn't great for y'all either. Why you support MAGA when America was never great for y'all? I mean, these devils, they gonna take your kids away and throw them in FEMA camps as well. And then you're next. And your alliance, your alliance with death, your covenant with death is gonna be disannulled. Your daddy Esau, your daddy Trump, he's gonna turn on you. Your alliance, your covenant with death shall be disannulled. That's for all you 2/3, but I'm specifically aiming at you Blake Griffins, you Jakes that look like Edomites, look so-called white, you so-called white people that have been catching the curses because y'all are not Edomites. Curses were meant for our people. Deuteronomy, they're meant for our people, and then now you heathens are gonna catch it. They're slowly cleaving onto you heathens, but they're meant for our people for breaking the laws, statutes, and commandments. So if you've been catching it alongside Jake, alongside the so-called Black, Latino, Native American people, then come on, man. Wake up. It ain't about skin color. Those curses are meant for Israelites. So you're one of us. I got news for you. You're one of us. And that covenant with death that you have, your diet, so-called white privilege, because you look like this devil, is gonna be disannulled. That's Isaiah 28, verse 8. Verse 16. Therefore, thus saith Yahweh Ba'ashem Yahushai, all power. Behold, I lay in Zion for a foundation a stone, a tried stone, a precious cornerstone, a sure foundation. He that believeth shall not make haste. Verse 17. Judgment also will I lay to the line, and righteousness to the plummet, and the hill shall sweep away the refuge of lies, and the waters shall overflow the hiding place. Verse 18, so the flood that's coming over the judgment of Yahweh Shimei shall like overwhelming flood, and he's going to come down, he's going to use the sword. He's going to use Esau, Edom, the sword, who's going to come in like a flood, like a flash flood, actually. And your covenant with death shall be, verse 18, you can see me, I usually be like, verse 18 is this, verse 19 is that. Y'all can see me read it, so I'm going to just go on. And your covenant with death shall be disannulled, and your agreement with hell shall not stand. When the overflowing scourge shall pass through, then you shall be trodden down with it. So your covenant with death shall be disannulled. No more. No more. It was never good from the get-go. It was temporary, had an expiration date. Never really helped y'all. You Blake Griffins, y'all served basically as a buffer between the so-called black people, Latinos, and Native Americans, your brothers, between us and these so-called these actual, I should say, actual so-called white people, these Edomites, even though your ass was catching hell too. That's all y'all serve. So now you're not gonna need that. You're not gonna need that when you don't need y'all. When you don't need y'all no more. When you don't need y'all no more, what he do? He forsake y'all. He ain't gonna back y'all up no more. In fact, y'all gonna be y'all Israelites. So I mean, y'all gonna have the same. He has the same thing in mind for y'all as he does for the original looking melanated Israelites. For his time, or the time that it goes forth, it shall take you. From morning by morning it shall pass over. By day by night, by day and by night, and it shall be a vexation only to understand the report. So even just to get it shall be a vexation. Yeah. So you Israelite foreigner Blake Griffins that wanna take the side of Esau, and because Trump and the Republicans, even though both wings of the same eagle, Trump and the Republicans really represent Esau because they're like the proud red MAGA red hat wearing devils. They really represent the pride of Esau. Democrats they're more like the deception of Esau. So you're taking the side of these devils, and also you Northern Kingdom Jakes that want to take the side of Esau Edom, want to magnify yourselves against Judah. Y'all too. It's not gonna help y'all. Your covenant with death shall be disannulled. Your agreement with hell shall not stand. It's not gonna help y'all. It's not gonna help y'all. It's not gonna. Only thing that'll help y'all. You want to escape the curses. The only way out is through Yahweh B'Shem Yahushai. The only way out is through them chariots. When he pull up and he gathers his elect just before these nukes hit. That's the only way out the curses. Otherwise, you're just gonna be destroyed. These curses are gonna pursue you until they destroy you completely. Literally and completely. Yeah. Oh, and that's, hey man, y'all, I had to call y'all out, cause y'all think that supporting the pride of Esau is gonna help y'all. It's gonna help you be in good graces. Y'all, man, it ain't helping y'all. It ain't helping y'all. It ain't helped y'all. It ain't helped y'all yet. You just got a few bigger crumbs from Esau, the rich man's table. A few bigger crumbs than the so-called black man, Latino, and Native American. And for you Ishkarite, you so-called Mexicans that wanna support the pride of Esau, cause you don't want your brother from across the border to take your job, cause you wanna not escape the curses, you wanna prosper. You think you're gonna prosper? What the fuck, man? I'm doing something. Man, whatever. I ain't got time for that right now. But y'all think that y'all gonna escape the curses like that? No, Trump, these proud red MAGA hat Republican devils, You know, they look at y'all the same. They look at y'all the same as your brother from across the border. You're just as much of a wetback as your brother across the border to these devils. You're the same people. Get it? Get that through your thick skull. Stop being so stiff-necked, and so you can see. You could turn your head away. You need to turn your head to see. But only the elect of y'all will. And you light skin Ephraimites, man. Y'all, you Manassites. You Manassites. Y'all, didn't y'all see that video of that Edomite Karen? That Shedemite bitch that was cussing y'all out in Florida? That's how they feel about y'all. You so-called Cubans, you've forgotten your oppression, like your namesake. But you're gonna be reminded of it very soon. And then y'all gonna learn that covenant with death. Shalom Ak. Yahba Shem Yahushai Barakatah. Yeah, I'm going in on these devils and their concentration camps, Fema child concentration camps in Ohio. I was going in on the red skies in Cali, because of all them fires over there. And Yahweh Shem Yahushai bringing judgment on this place. And these jakes that want to go to Egypt for help and shit. Oh, Khan, real shit. A lot of these diet woke Israelites actually are gonna die because of their doctrines. Khan, these bug outs. These bug outs vex me too. They vex Yahweh and his son Yahushai as well. And they think we should come together with them too. Like, nah. Two can't walk together unless they be agreed. You was going back and forth with them or what? Hold on. Hey, but you was going back and forth with these bug outs. Oh, you was meditating about it. Yeah, they're gonna pay. They want to set up this community down in Georgia and shit. All Israelites and all Israel is welcome. Fuck no. You're gonna have bug outs in there. Different jakes with different doctrines in there. Jakes that believe in accepting heathens and Esau. Jakes that don't. I mean, it's gonna be madness if that project is even successful. Owning land ain't bad, but hey, Doctrine Strange. Owning land ain't bad, but all in one area like that, bad idea. Yeah, oh yeah, them. I know what you talking about. Them flat earth, deep space 10 jakes. Oh yeah. Esau gonna blow up the land, Khan. Esau, hey man, all in one area like that. Esau gonna Esau gonna roll like they did on Black Wall Street. These Jakes didn't learn from that. Yeah. Hey, doctrine strange. Hey, shroom. I mean, just by that alone, like you could tell that it's not gonna work out, that project. It's Amos 3 verse 3. Can two walk together except they be agreed? Will will a lion roar in the forest while he had no prey? Will a young lion cry out of his den if he had taken nothing? It's just like that, just like asking that. They can't walk together. Would you make a kingdom while we're in captivity? Plus, we're going into prophecy right now anyways. Yeah, they need to... Okay, doctrines strange. Worry about doctrines more than prophecies. Well, they want to go into all that when Esau is about to roll. It should be about like they need to get the mark of the beast right first before we even bring up those deep topics. Like before we bring up all that, like come on, we need to focus on the big fish. We need to focus on the big fish. Esau is ready to separate families and have EMP attacks. The day of the Esau warned about that, which means Esau always tells you what he's gonna do before you do it. The day of the Lord. Yahweh warned us before Esau said he's gonna do it. That's Amos 5 verse 18. Woe unto you that desire the day of Yahweh Hashem Yahushai. To what end is it for you? The day of Yahweh Hashem Yahushai is darkness and not light. Con. Be prepared to move around as pilgrims. Not in one area. That's not wise. Like they'll say, what law are we breaking? Not everything is lawful. I mean, Slakia, everything is lawful, but not everything is expedient. Everything that the law says is lawful, of course, but not everything is expedient. It's not. There's a time for everything. And Yahweh Shai told us to be on the move too. So, would you rather listen to your woman, or which I'm not sure that's what's happening, but it may be that his woman talked him into settling down or some shit. Yeah. You do the Yahweh Shai or Yahweh Hashem Yahweh Shai is gonna lead the way. He will show you what to do in that day. Yeah. We're gonna have to flee the city for sure. If you can, probably that would be the best choice to get out of the city. Gonna be trapped in this bitch. I live in the country, but I don't live in the boonies. I live in San Antonio, Texas. You live in DC. That's Esau is right there. Esau's Trump, Babylon. That's the capital of Babylon. That's Rome. You live in Rome. San Antonio got places where you can camp at. Um, shit. In the city they got parks and shit. But they got the park police and shit. That's in the city. Esau gonna fuck with you. Yeah, DC is Rome. All the buildings look like Rome. Con, and Caesar's there. Nero's there. Yeah, there's areas that are country around here. Of course, it's Texas. It's like, hey, if Yahweh Bashem Yahushai wants you to survive this, then he will make a way. But yeah, the city is gonna be hell. They have the BLM protest down here, and it's gonna look like Portland, but even worse. They have that Occupy DC shit, don't they? And you have you have Edomites, you have Antifa Edomites, you have Jakes that are in BLM, of course. Oh, not yet, but imagine when the election happens. But I was saying they have that Occupy DC movement. That's actually, I heard about it a few days back, and I'm like, damn, there's gonna be civil war. Occupy DC 2020. Or occupy the White House. Something like that. Occupy DC isn't going home. Oh, they're planning siege? They're planning to lay siege to and occupy the White House? Hey. Hey. Hey, these tactics that these devils use on these other countries, they're using it on their own. Can't wait till we put our hands in this kingdom. Lord willing, this shit need to go down so this devil goes down. Something is gonna happen on 9/11. Hey, maybe so. It looks like that might happen. I wouldn't be surprised if Esau does a false flag or some shit. I wouldn't be surprised. But yeah, there's a whole movement actually to oust Nero 2.0. Like, no lie. That's just Satan versus Satan. These Democrats that are these Democrats don't wanna oust Want to oust that devil. They have planned. Oh, Salak. Wait, never mind. Oh, it's the same group that. No. It's the same group. I thought I saw something. Maybe got something wrong. But it's the same group that takes credit for the Occupy Wall Street movement in 2011, and they have announced plans to occupy the White House next month. This was in August 11, 2020. August 11, 2020. Hey. Adbuster is a digital publication that describes itself as a global network determined to advance the new social activist movement of the information age. Issued a post-Dutch White House siege. Hashtag White House siege. Tactical briefing number 1. Hey, they trying to overthrow. Nero. There's gonna be a civil war, man. After the election, I believe there is gonna be a civil war. These Edomites and Jakes that are gonna occupy the White House area. They're gonna occupy the White House. They're gonna start on September 17th. No bullshit. September 17th, the White House siege. The occupation starts September 17th, 2020. Look, hey, some shit might happen. It's been 9 years since we set off the political earthquake of Occupy Wall Street, laying siege to NYC's Cali Park and inspiring thousands of similar protests around the world, a post reads. The Occupy anniversary arrives September 17, 2020, and it may be the perfect day to trigger another global big bang movement, a massive collection action of the sweetest kind of disobedience. The group claims that inequality has soared, quote-unquote, over the past 11 years, and that politicians and corporate criminals continue to establish the public trust with impunity, which they right. These devils have been fucking us over. They've been fucking their own people over. They also called President Trump a howling void of a president, and accused them, quote-unquote, of sitting smugly atop a corona death toll, so it's on that Rona tip too, that may surpass 200,000 Americans by a so-called Christmas. That yeah, man. Some of it is about that. They on that Rona bullshit too, though. They're anti-establishment, but they on that Rona bullshit. It's time again for dramatic, decisive action, which is why on September 17th, in the original and enduring spirit of Occupy, we and thousands of us Salakia for that. So basically they're gonna occupy DC because it's a bunch of Edomites that are tired of other Edomites. They're tired of the elites. Oh, to be honest, I think Nero gotta be the last president of this country, Khan. It has to be, Ak. It has to be. And if you look into what happened on 70 AD, what happened before, the 66 riots in Jerusalem, our people actually rose up and against these devils, but at the same time as our people rising up, there was a civil war in Rome, and Nero had a go, and there was another man that was put in place. Not that it's gonna happen this time, because these devils they've reached their end. Their time, like, they're not gonna rule as long as they're in Rome and shit. Yalba Shimei Shai got cut their time short. So it's Nero and that's it. I believe so too. I believe he's gonna he's gonna be the one that's gonna force that vaccine. And I mean, you just see he's such a proud devil. That he's such a proud devil even among the Babylonian devils, which they're the proudest devils. Even among the Republican devils. That's like the pride of Esau. That's the pride of Esau. The Democrats represent the deception of Esau. The Republicans represent the pride of Esau. Joe Biden would be a perfect fit for a president to get all these jakes vaccinated. Well, yeah, true. Like, they would trust him more. Especially Northern Kingdom would trust him more. Judah kind of not been with Biden as much, but yeah, Jake would trust Biden more. But I think that we have to remember the race war coming too, and also World War III. You know, it's usually it be the proud devils that the war party of Esau that starts these major wars. Oh, Khan, that's true. Northern Kingdom don't fuck with Joe Biden. That's why he's trying to pander to them, Khan. Because he was the one who set up the ICE camps along with Obama. Khan. But that's why Biden is trying to pander to them then, by saying that all so-called Latinos, they're more diverse minded or some shit than Judah. So like, that would be why. Yeah. And Judah is mad at Biden. Judah don't fuck with Biden like that, cause Biden said some shit about Biden talked shit about him and came out. And he's responsible for that crime bill. Khan. Trump did something with them stimulus checks. So, yeah, you do have more Judites that support Trump because of that. Yeah, and because the Democratic Edomites, they've been hoeing Judah. And it's come out. Yeah. So yeah, someone might vote for Trump more. I thought when Kanye West came out, said he was running for president back in July. Oh, Manasseh and Ephraim love Trump because they got that Borgia Jeebus in them and act like Uncle Samboab. Con. And Manasseh thinks they're Esau. Ephraim thinks they're Esau too, but not as much as Manasseh. But them two tribes, they're fucked in the head like that. Manasseh has been supporting the proud Red Devils though, cause they're like, yeah, cause of that, and cause they're like fuck Castro, and so they're like America's better. Even though you go back the history of Cuba, and there was someone there before Castro, and he was put in hell. Batista, I think something like that. I think his name was Batista, and he was put in hell on Cuba, the Manassites, and he was an American puppet. But Manasseh mean forget. They forgot their oppression. Yeah, they don't remember their oppression when Esau come down with that. When Esau come down with wrath on all the tribes, you just had a Karen cuss out Manassites in Florida. Like a few weeks ago. Oh, I be doing camp on the highways and byways. I be trying to go out there. I've been out there. I went out to downtown, the southern part of downtown, where there was a lot of Ishkar. Me and a Judite brother went out there. And we've been planning on going out there again. Like, I'm trying to go out there again. And you know that brother Navarro that be on Chiefs Live? He's from Austin, but he come down here. We go out there. I've been wanting to go out there. Like, I've been trying to get, yeah, Navarro, yeah. I've been trying to, because he doesn't have a garment, but that brother that I went to camp with, a Judite, he had a garment. Like, his wife can make garments and shit. So, I wanted to go to camp with him and Navarro. So he can have a garment, I can have a garment, we go out there, we be straight. Cause this weekend, probably go out there this weekend. It's a lot of Ishikar in San Antonio. And it's not like, they're not like, Khan, you're definitely doing camp this weekend downtown for sure. Oh, Khan, gotta go out there. Ishikar in San Antonio needs a fucking a wake up call. They need a loud ass wake up call, because they are comatose. They're comfortable here. Ishikar in San Antonio. I mean, all the tribes are catching the curses, but there's some areas that's different for Jake. Like Ishkar out in Cali, it's different. They're different over there. They're more proud. They have that brown. They're on that brown pride tip over there in Cali. And over here in San Antonio, it's like, damn, what the hell? Like, someone be acting like Esau. They be acting like Esau towards me. And I don't even look like Judah. No, you know how they be treating Judah then. A lot of Northern Kingdom down in the East Coast Fucked our people, man. Ishmael did a number on our people. Really, it was our people that did that to ourselves, because our people, when we was ruling Europe, we created Islam to try to control Ishmael, and it backfired on our ass. Kind them Northern Kingdom, hey, them Jakes that be on that Islam tip, them Southern Kingdom. I knew Southern Kingdom was heavy into Islam, but Northern Kingdom, hey man, hey, them Moors. Northern Kingdom be racist as shit to these Judites, yup. I actually saw, I was in San Antonio, and I overheard this Northern Kingdom Ishkarite, so-called Mexican, cuss out a Judite, like call them all types of N-words and shit, all types of yeah, like Edomite would say, like nigger and shit like that. All types of that. Like, we work hard, you're lazy, like shit like that. Because they're Issachar, right? The Issachar mean he is hired, so they think that because that's their blessing, that everyone else is lazy, especially Judah. But I was like, what the fuck, man? That shit pissed me off. I want to go off on them. Honestly, that type of shit, I seen that type of shit several times, and made me want to put hands on them Jakes that were doing this shit. Honestly, it did. Yeah. Esau is responsible for that. These Northern Kingdom Jakes, they think that they are part Esau. Them and Esau indoctrinated Northern Kingdom to think that Judah is lazy as fuck and everything, and they're thugs and criminals, and Esau and that dark skin is inferior and shit, and they indoctrinated Southern Kingdom to be like so-called Mexicans steal jobs. They come over here and steal our jobs and shit. And they're thugs, and they sell they're thugs and rapists and all that. And gangsters and shit. Oh, Khan, you have tears. You have yeah, I be seeing that shit too. You have a lot of Spanish rape babies among the Northern Kingdom. A lot of you have Amalek among the Northern Kingdom. And you can see it too, like they're different than an actual Northern Kingdom. And they run Northern Kingdom countries. And yeah, of course you have these chocolate covered Judites. I mean, Slakia, chocolate covered Edomites that like that dude that sing that Eagle song. That Kravitz, Lenny Kravitz. You have a bunch of Lenny Kravitzes. Oh, they're Amalek. Khan. Makes sense. Yeah. Even Issachar presidents in Issachar land. And I heard even Fidel Castro, I heard he was Amalek. Heard he was a crypto Amalekite, crypto so-called Jew. Go to Brazil and El Salvador. Shit is crazy down there. Oh yeah, hey, El Salvador, them gangs, MS-13 be tearing shit up down there. That was an American creation. Zebulon in America created that as a response to the hell that was put on them. Cause you not only had Esau discriminate against Zebulon over here, you also had Issachar discriminate against them. That's how these different Jake gangs formed. Brazil, the favelas. I got relatives that have been to Brazil. On my mom is a Northern Kingdom. My dad he was a so-called Irish. My mom is Asher. So I have relatives that have been down there. And yeah, the favelas are crazy. Like, she's not from Brazil, but she's from Venezuela. Venezuela, that's the only country that's been yeah. Southern Kingdom, Khan. I believe so. Cause the Irish, they're the blacks of Europe. They consider that. So-called blacks, they was called smoked Irishmen, and Irish was called the blacks of Europe, and they was called niggas turned inside out by Esau, and also we was calling each other by words too, cause that's our people. Jake is a tribal people. Jake be tribal against each other. You know, Ireland is still considered like a third world country, like the only third world country in Western Europe. There's still Jake's over there. Oh, you say you think you Southern Kingdom, Judah? Yeah, could be. Even though you had dark skin, Northern Kingdom. Yeah. Yeah, you know what they be saying about, oh, you never really grew up with Northern Kingdom like that yourself, but all your best friends since childhood of Southern Kingdom. You could be. Hey, man. You never really had them around you, though. Or you didn't. Or you don't fuck with them, like your spirit don't click on them. Oh, you was always considered the only so-called Latino friend that every so-called black friend claimed. Con. And yeah, you could be Southern Kingdom. Could be Southern Kingdom. That's a heavy Judah area though, DC. Yeah. Where I grew up, it's a lot of Ishkar, of course. But I kind of grew up around, there was some Judah here too. Northern Kingdom be looking at me weird sometimes. It's like my spirit don't bear along with them. You might be a Judite. Could be, yeah, Benjamin or Levi maybe. When you're in a heavy Judah area and you have a lot of Judah friends, maybe a Judite. Yeah. Hey, I've got into it with Ishkarites too. But it be the ones that think that, the ones that are like them I wouldn't say Uncle Tom types, but them Samuel types. That if we work hard in America, we're gonna be all right. All you have to do is bust your ass types. Like them types. I don't really fuck with them like that. The Judites the Ishkarites, which they may be Judites, the ones that are more laid back and shit. That's the ones that I fuck with. The ones. Hey, the Ishkarites that are more like Judah. That's the ones that I fuck with. It's a few Northern Kingdom that be cool though. I fuck with. Oh, your best friend since childhood, who is a Judite, is the one that brought me in this truth. Yeah, con. Hey, it tends to Judah be saved first. That's prophecy. Yeah. It's them, and hey, there's some cool ass Northern Kingdom that be down here. But it's Texas got that. Texas Jakes be like that, man. They don't really be. I don't know. They're not really that type to be about, our people and shit. Basically, what Esau called uppity. They're not that type. Except for Houston. In Houston, Judah and Northern Kingdom, they get along much. They get along much better. Dallas is Judah. It's a majority Judah city. San Antonio, Judah, and Ishkar, but more Issachar. And then Esau. Esau is around us. Esau and some speckled birds is around us. The thing about the South, though, is that even them speckled birds down here be on that racial shit. And I think Yeah, because yeah, in the East Coast, especially in New York, New York is where the truth started, and they definitely get along with each other. Yeah, I could see that. That's where the truth started. In the South, in the West Coast, no, the West Coast, they on that racial shit too. While on the South, man, they're fucking tribal, like for real. In Texas, man, fucking tribal. Like, if you look like a so-called white person, but you happen to be a Jake, you're gonna think you're a so-called white person, and you're gonna identify with so-called white people. That's how it's set up. If you're an Ishikarite, you're gonna think like, just Latinos are your people basically, and some basically, yeah, basically that. And then if you're Judah, Judah be like that too. Us, we don't Judah be hating on Northern Kingdom over here too. It'd be like back and forth type shit. In the South, I know that's a heavy curse. But Houston is like different. In Houston, you have more of the tribes linking up. In Houston is like, yeah. In Houston, I can, never mind. All that black and brown stuff is paid off by black versus brown stuff. Oh, yeah. Versus brown stuff is paid off by Esau to stop both kingdoms from uniting. Yeah, hey, like, did you hear about that shit that happened in Cali with the eloteros, and Ephraim was getting all pissed at Judah? That was speckle. I mean Salakia. That was agent provocateurs that did that shit. Esau will pay niggas in the hood. We'll pay them, or we'll I don't know, promise them a record deal, promise them some kind of clout, you know, a come up to do that shit. And then in Chicago, they try that shit with Issachar. They had remember those Issachar gangs that they was attacking random Jakes and shit. They spread that story, but it was really because Issachar wanted to protect their community from getting looted and shit. Yeah, the Latin Kings. They tried to get them to beef over there. Yeah. Hey, you watched that movie? I know you've seen this movie, that the Blood In, Blood Out, right? Where where Northern Kingdom and Southern Kingdom, they both locked up and they both got gang, and they're beefing basically, and then they make peace, and then these Edomites come over and they fucking clown on them. Oh, you didn't want that's probably more Issachar thing. Yeah, the Blood In, Blood Out. It's called Blood In, Blood Out. But yeah, there's a scene in that movie where they locked up, and then it basically all, and they get clowned on. They're like, look, the 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 wetbacks and the niggas and the coons are linking up with some shaking hands or some shit. Which you probably have some speckled birds among them fucking uh devils and dumbass crackers. You know. It's called Blood In, Blood Out. Look that shit up for real. Watch this shit. It's about Ishikar gangs in LA. And Ishikar be heavy into that movie down here. That's how I know about it. Khan, I can't wait till we put these devils like the Rashad in their chain. Khan. I can't wait for that. Cause that's a... Hey, the Rothschilds especially, they got a lot to pay for. They're like on the number... They're at the top of my hit list for sure. The top of the hit list of the Mandalore. When we get the standard raise, just for the record, devils. When Yahweh Shemi Al-Shai raise the standard. Borgia family up, Khan. They're the people that brought, they're the people that responsible for our people going off. They're the people that's the Caesar that approved Columbus come over here then. Yeah. So the Borgias are responsible for taking down the Northern Kingdom. And they're responsible for the idolatry, and they're responsible also for taking Judah down in Spain. They put hell on Judah too, the Spanish speaking devils, and them Catholic devils. They was lynching Judah in Spain, just like they did over here in America. And they even have like a Spanish version of the Klan over there. Khan. Judah and Gad caught hell. Gad out of a lot. The Northern Kingdom out of these Northern Kingdom tribes, like Gad has has gone through some of the worst suppression. And Southern Kingdom tribes out of them, Judah. Reuben caught hell too, Khan. Reuben, the Seminoles, they didn't want to sign no treaty with these devils. So they moved them to Oklahoma. And then some of them actually stayed down in Florida. They were like, fuck these devils. And Reuben also accepted, Reuben helped Judah when Judah went down there to escape from Esau. But these black only Israelites, they want to be like either they're like this, they're like the tribes are only so-called black, and the natives and so-called Latinos are heathens, or the Gadites, the natives that don't look like Judah, basically. They're heathens. That's fucking stupid. Cause our people mixed among the heathen nations. That's how they ended up looking like that. No, that's stupid because that's gonna change your looks. Your grandpa get with the Moabite, for example. His son is gonna look kind of different. It's gonna change his looks. and then he end up getting with an Edomite. You know, that's gonna change his looks, but it's all through the father. See, they're carnal. They don't understand that. Oh yeah, yeah. They have never visited New York, where both northern, where both kingdoms catches hell every day. Yeah, Con. Hey, yeah, and they've never been to the reservations either. Reservations. That's you go to those reservations. God catches hell. Oh, they believe in those Esau Siberian history, Con. Like Esau won't lie about the Northern Kingdom. Yeah, yeah. This bug out was telling me that okay, the Mongoloid looking natives, they're con Brazil, El Salvador, and Jamaica, con. They say that, yeah, they say that the natives that don't look like Judah, that have that, Mongoloid look, right? That they're heathens, they're Siberians. They're basically Moabites. That's what they say. They're Moab, or if they believe that the so-called Asians are Japhetic, then they'll say they're Japhites. You have bug outs that believe that. Oh, what? They believe that Jamaicans and Haitians are Hamites? Man, they're the Judah-only Israelites. They're not even the Southern Kingdom-only Israelites then. They're the Judah-only Israelites. The 12 tribes of Judah-only Israelites. Kanye West as Israelites. Oh, they also believe that Esau ain't the so-called white man. They threw they threw if not him, who is it? If not him, who is he? There's a scripture. A scripture for that. The earth is given into the hand of the wicked. It can be proven that the wicked is Esau Edom. And who runs the world? These so-called white people. That are, I mean, it's plain, man. It's plain. The Rothschilds, what race are the Rothschilds? They are so-called white people that call themselves Jews. Through what? They're through. They're through. Hey man, they threw. Cause hey, they bugged out, man. They bugged out cause Job chapter 9 verse 24, the earth is given into the hands of the wicked. He covered the faces of the judges thereof. If not, where and who is he? Where and who is he? If that ain't the wicked, that ain't the damn devil, that ain't Esau Edom, who the fuck is he? They also believe America is in Babylon. Boy. They threw out. They threw. Hey, black only Israelites are proud members of the through crew. How the fuck do you not believe that America is Babylon? Like, what the fuck? They also know, man. They so-called Christians with another name, man. What the hell? Except, right. So-called, they have elements of so-called Christianity. in their beliefs. Like, that's one of them. The fuck? Get someone fucking keep messaging me and shit. Fuck. I ain't got time for that right now. I noticed that GMS is the only camp that gets chariot sightings because the Most High is dealing with this. God, I've seen chariots. I'm men of valor, but we're basically the same. But yeah, Khan. That's what people don't get. Hey, this dude that I was arguing with. This dude, I had to because Slovakia and the screens. I gotta flip it. Yeah, you saw chariots for the last 5 days. Hey, Kala Yalba Shimyao Shai. He chooses to show his chariots to people. So if he chooses not to show them to you, then you know he ain't dealing with you. I was worried for a while. I ain't seen him for a while, and then I saw a chariot. I was like, Kala Yalba Shimyao Shai. Yeah, but this dude that I was getting in an argument with, cause he retweeted some shit about the mark of the beast is not. Oh, if it's the chip, then what it was was the Most High, is the Most High, are the angels gonna chip us in Ezekiel son? When it talk about the mark them that sigh and cry, you know, he was that it was a Eve, of course, and she was saying that well, are the angels gonna chip us? Like, it's a mark, simple as, which is gonna lead them to thermonuclear destruction. I was telling you gonna take the chip. You don't believe it's going off, you gonna take the chip. Like, would you strive to death? Would you strive unto death, like not to do something that you didn't believe was going off? No, you wouldn't. And but Jake is stiff necked. Yeah, that's dumb, man. Because the word for Mark in Revelation chapter 13 verse 16 is a different word than that word. It has a totally different meaning. And man, it has a totally different meaning than what she spoke of. Like that's bugged out. That's bugged out. Man, what the fuck, man? Just thinking about that shit, like, what is you thinking? Between that shit, I thought that dude was, you know, it's whatever, man. It's whatever. It's whatever. People, these proud as hell talking about we ain't going through Jacob's show, man. IUIC is, yeah, they're on some other shit. Man. IUIC, they know about the Apocrypha. So 2nd Esdras, chapters 15 and 16, tells us about Jacob's trouble. They know about the Apocrypha. I think they believe in the Apocrypha. So they believe in the Apocrypha, but not Jacob's trouble. Like, that doesn't add up. They just don't understand scriptures. It's right. Yeah, Khan. They don't get it. They're simple. They don't think you should have to look into the Greek or the Hebrew. Oh, generally, man, man, if you don't, if you don't take a fucking seat, man. Oh, Tazariak. I've heard Apostle Ramlab talk about him. He's they say they've talked about him, and he basically knows the truth about all that. He said he ain't gonna take the mark. He ain't gonna take the chip. Hey, Yaharatazah. He come into the fold. Men of valor. Chief talked to him. What did he say to Chief? Oh, Chief. I believe so. I believe so. Hey, Chief. Yeah, I believe so, man. I believe so. That's why. That's why I decided to join Men of Valor camp. And they were having great talks with each other. Yeah, my camp is called Men of Valor Prophets of Doom, San Antonio. Bon Lawyer. Oh, him, I've seen his videos. Hey, Khan. He was on fire. Him, well, of course, okay, then Bon Lawyer, he was prophesying a lot of things too while he had a heart condition. Yeah, that's going out there, and there's bug outs and shit, bug outs, demons. You know, there was probably more demons out there talking shit. And you have a heart condition, yeah. It does take valor to do that. See some shit, cause might need to go. I don't know. It should be obvious though. Damn, but I might need to go over. Go into that because there's people that really believe that shit. Mark and Ezekiel. It's the same Mark and shit. Stupid ass, but honestly, I don't understand how do you even come to that conclusion. But it was Eve that posted that, so you have to consider the source. Yeah, man. Hold up. Revelation 7 verse 3. She's saying that's the same thing. And Ezekiel 9, same thing. No, man. As in Revelation 13:6. No, it's not the same thing. Not the same mark. And it'd be them bug outs that say it's a spiritual mark or whatever. Oh, con. Oh yeah, Doctor Strange's Israelites who sits their ass all day in the chair. God, he was actually going out there. They really about it. They really about their doctrine. Why don't you go out there and preach it? Oh yeah. Oh, you got Babylon School around 9. Oh, con. But yeah, I'll take care. I'll get some sleep. LOL, all praises to Yahweh Shem Yahweh Shai. Nice meeting you. Shalom. Hey, Shalom, Mak. Yahweh Shem Yahweh Shai Barakatah. Hey, I might be wrapping up soon anyways. I've been on here for a good minute. Revelation 7 verse. Man, I saw that shit. That shit pissed me off. Revelation 7 verse 3. Fucking stupid. I think I posted it in my replies anyways. I think yeah, the Greek different word for mark there. Comprende? Yeah, that shit pissed me off for real. Which is stupid. It was the same mark. Well, how is he gonna? Why would he destroy you for one and save you because of another? Stupid. It's the word there is seal. She's using another version. For real, man. It's the word there is seal. The Greek word there, and sragizo to seal. Properly to seal, fix with a signet ring or under instrument to stamp. A roller or a seal to attest ownership, authorizing what is sealed. Yeah. Come on now. That don't be simple. That was some simple shit to say. To seal signifies ownership and the full security carried by the backing, full authority of the owner. Sealing in the ancient world served as a legal signature which guaranteed the promised contents of what was sealed. Sealing was sometimes done in antiquity by use of technique, religious statues, whatever, yada yada. Hey, you get my point. Sealing, like, it's not a mark like RFID chip, like Karax. Through, man. Not the same word versus the word for the word in Revelation 13 verse 16 is definitely not the same word. It's karagma. It's karagma. That means man. That I'm just gonna bring it out. Just gonna a quick go over it real quick, cause it should be common knowledge by now. Oh, shit took a little while, man. Hey, Satan be hindering. And he calls it all the small and the great rich given a mark. Charagma. Different word here. Charagma, a stamp, impress. Properly an engraving, a mark providing undeniable identification, like a symbol giving irrefutable connection between parties. Became the identification marker, like with the owner's unique brand mark. From carasso, to sharpen, to engrave. So they're gonna put your info on that shit. To sharpen. Carax, from Strong's exhaustive concordance, from the same as carax, a stab, a scratch, or etching, a stamp, or... Let me just click on carax, because that goes into that. Appointed state ramp, like, that's what you think of. Like a ramp, or like a slide, or something like that. So that they're gonna feed the chip to besieging. Okay, they say, which it's like you look at a needle and it is like that. From the same as charagma, there you go. Appointed stake, a rampart. Okay, appointed stake. You stake your claim. You stake your claim. Land. There you go. So that you can inject something in with the syringe. Yeah, from terrazzo to sharpen to a point akin to grapho through a scratching. A stake by implication. There you go. A stake or affiliation. And a siege. A trench. You get the picture. Should give you the idea of you think about the info that they have they're gonna put on that chip so that you could be identified. And this is something that you need to have to pass a barricade. Hey, you even so hey, even Shalom Mark, Yahweh Shem Yahweh Shai Barakatah. Yeah. I was going over how the word for mark or seal in Revelation 7:3 is different than the word for mark. She was using a different version too, but the idea that they're the same mark is different than the word for mark in Revelation chapter 13 verse 6, because this bugged out Eve. She may just be simple. She's simple and she thinks that like she said some like incredibly simple shit, and I had to reply to it. But and then when people don't get it, people don't see the difference between that word and charagma, which go back to Carax. Man, what the fuck? No, it's not the same thing. Hey, that's why when you women, y'all do not need to be uh you need to keep quiet in the churches. That's why women need to keep quiet in the churches for real. Cause they don't know what they talking about. You don't, it's not for y'all. It's not for y'all. And that does include posting scripture, trying to break down scripture on social media. That's not for y'all. Why y'all shouldn't be doing that shit in the first place? Cause, but y'all, you Jakes that agree with that, like what the fuck? That's stupid. Like that's nonsensical, man. You this honestly, I'm disappointed in you, and I'm disappointed in you if you sincerely believe that they're the same words. Earlier, I've been on here for a while. Earlier, I was going over how I was going over that shit. I was going over them concentration camps, them concentration camps for children, and they're doing it in the name of protecting us from the Rona. And I was going in on these devils, man. I went in on I brought out scriptures on the red sky in Cali too, because that's a sign of judgment, fire coming to this place. But also that, man. And I was going in on when it came to I was going in on the FEMA camps for children in Ohio being opened up, and they're gonna be ran by FEMA, so they are FEMA camps. I had to go in on these Jakes, you Jakes out there that they want to trust in Egypt, make a flesh their arm and shit. They want to trust these devils, their enemy, and that's gonna be their downfall. Even Israelite foreigners, speckled birds, I think, because they look so called white. They think they are the same as these devils, so they trust these devils and actually want to take the side of Esau Edom. Want to take the side of the proud devils, like. Alright, cause they be all they be about that Republican shit, and so do some Northern Kingdom be about that too. And be some Southern Kingdom too, but these Jakes, I want to take that side. They take the side of the proud devils, cause the Republicans, they represent the proud devils. They represent Esau's pride. They represent Esau's pride. On the other hand, the deceptions, why red, Esau, Edom, right? Edom mean red, right? The proud devils. And we know that they switched the tactics, the two parties. We know that they switched tactics. But as of today, and it's been that way for a while, they represent the proud devils, or Esau's pride. Devils that are big on pride, proud to be so called white and shit. Proud to be American, European, so called Christian, so called Jewish, all that. Those devils, they represent them. And the Democrats they represent the deception of Esau Edom. They're the ones that pretend to be cool with Jake. But these there's Jakes that they support the proud devils. I mean, Israelite foreigners, I was talking about them before the brother Zebulon Warrior came in. The Israelite foreigners and some northern kingdom that want to take their side. They think that covenant of death is gonna work out for them. And it's not gonna work out for them. As it says in Isaiah chapter 28, verse 17 and 18, judgment will I lay also will I lay to the land, to the line, and righteousness to the plummet, and the head of hell shall sweep away the refuge of lies, and the water shall overthrow the hiding place. Verse 18, and your covenant with death shall be disannulled, and your agreement with hell shall not stand. When the overflowing scourge shall pass through, then ye shall be trodden out by it. Like, you ain't gonna escape that shit. Taking the side of the proud devils. Oh, we're proud to be American too. Oh, or if you think you a speckled bird that look like an Edomite. Oh, you're a Blake Griffin, right? You wanna use that look to magnify yourself against Jake, or you think you're an Edomite because of that look? No, that don't make you one. Your lineage is what makes you a Jake or a Edomite. When you go through the curses with Jake, you've been going through the curses with Jake. Your family has been going through it. Alongside your Jake, because them curses were for Israelites. Disobeying the law, but the law don't apply to you because you're not the law applies to you, man. If you got cursed for disobeying, it's easy. So you're Israelite as well. It doesn't matter. You are one of us. You are the same people as the so-called blacks, Latinos, and natives are your brothers, not the so-called white man. The so-called white man is Esau Edom. You live among Edomites. The people that you think are your brothers are the same race as you are Edomites. They're actually your enemy. The politicians, the so-called white politicians that you vote for, that you support, are your enemies. Trump, he's not an example of that. Trump is not your friend. He doesn't give a fuck about you. He's your enemy. He actually hates you if you're an Israelite. And even this, okay, you're a peon Edomite, because you do have them. You're a peon Edomite. You're a lower class devil. Even y'all, like, these devils don't give a fuck about you. But we don't give a fuck about you. You're two-time losers. Not even Trump does. He wouldn't let y'all around him. He wouldn't let y'all Mar-a-Lago. And he wouldn't let you Jakes that support him in Mar-a-Lago. Even you Jakes, it doesn't matter. Doesn't matter if you look like Uncle Sam himself. He wouldn't let you around him. Doesn't matter, man. But you have to belong to a certain lineage. First off, Second of all, you have to be one of them. For them to remotely give a fuck about you, and that's remotely. That's like, that's not even, they don't even give a fuck about you. You or Jake, no matter how you look, they especially don't like your ass. They hate you. And yeah, they do know who you are, whether you look like them or not. They know about the curses. They know where the Israelites went, who they mixed up, who they mingled with and shit, who they mingled with in large numbers and shit. They know, they know who is actually their people and who isn't. They just look like their people because they mingle among their people because their great grandfather, however far down far down the line it goes, got a so-called white woman, the Edomite woman, and then his son did the same, and his son did the same, and his son did the same, and for the most part, there's a reason why you're treated the way you're treated in Babylon, even if you're given some bigger crumbs than from the rich man's table, than so-called black man, Latino man, and Native American man, you're still Lazarus. You're still having to beg for crumbs. These heathens are still licking your wounds. Like, come on, man, come on, and we know the elect only are gonna wake up. I know that. I know it's prophesied that only the elect on this side is gonna wake up. The rest of y'all are the 2/3. No matter how they look on the outside, they're just gonna wake up ashamed. Y'all gonna wake up ashamed after dying a horrible death. We know, I know. We in Men of Valor know. Jim is, I know. And why? Because it's written. It's written. The Bible tells us so. 2/3 shall be cut off. 1/3 is gonna be saved. 1/3 is gonna be 1/3. Hey man, that's basic. That's Israelite 101, man. 1/3 is gonna be 1/3. That's Zechariah 13, 18, and 9. The basics. 2/3 gonna be cut off and die. 1/3 left therein, and brought through the fire and refined as gold and silver. 1/3, so you 2/3 are through. You need you 2/3. No matter how you look, 2/3 Israel through. That's why we hope to not be that number. But hey, yeah, if you don't look southern and northern, if you don't look like that, and you can't trace your ancestry back to one of them, like, because you don't have the records. Well, some of y'all can, but a lot, like, you click with this, and you're going through the curses, man. You need to think about this, because I mean, there was none of the wicked shall understand. So think about it. And you seriously need to rethink, what you've been taught by this system and by this devil. It's very likely, man, that not only you Israelite, that you're that you may be one of the 1/3. Just look more into it. look more into it, get right, you know. And if you can, if it's given unto you, then seek him 10 times more. All right, I want to give, yeah. All right, I want to give all praise to Yahweh Hashem Yahushai, double honors to the apostles and elders of Great Millstone, salutations to the Akim out there spreading this truth like wildfire, shalom to the Israelite foreigners who look like the other nations, but the Spirit beareth witness that they're the children of Yahweh Hashem Yahushai, and shalom to the sisters out there, look, the real sisters out there. Shalom, shalom. Stay strong. Stay strong. Death to America. Destruction and death to America. Mawat lababa, ababa. This place need to fall. Babylon has got to go. Yeah. DTA. Yasharala forever, not Wakanda forever. Because Yasharala, Salakia, I didn't mean to do that. Yasharala, or Israel, this Israel in the Paleo Hebrew, the original and the real Hebrew. Yasharala, it's a real kingdom that's coming. And it's everlasting. We got next. God next and forever, so yeah, Yasharala forever. Stay strong, men and women of valor. We are almost there. Yahweh Ratazah, we are that number. Alright. Shalom. Stay strong to the end.